This is the weekly rundown, where we cover rig counts, oil prices, and trending news for the week. And I'm your host, Greg Williams.
Welcome back to the weekly rundown. Oil prices moved downward a bit on Friday during trading hours, but notched their first weekly gain in over 5 weeks, mostly on the possibility that OPEC Plus will agree to cut output when it meets this week on October 5th. Let's see what our top articles are for this week. Shelf Drilling completes cash raise for 5 Noble jackups. Shelf Drilling Limited announced that it has closed its previously announced offering of USD $250 million aggregate principal amount of 10.25% senior secured notes due 2025. The issuer intends to use the net proceeds for the notes offering to pay part of the purchase price for SDN's previously announced acquisition of 5 jackup rigs from various subsidiaries of Noble Corporation. Proceeds from the notes offering have been deposited into escrow and will be released at the completion of the rig acquisition. KCA Deutag awarded 2-rig deal for geothermal drilling. KCA Deutag has announced it has signed a contract with Ever to provide 2 drilling rigs for the construction of Ever's first commercial Ever loop system. Drilling and facility construction work will commence on the project near the town of Gerstride, Germany in 2023. The Ever loop system differs from the conventional geothermal solution as it uses conduction to retrieve heat from the Earth's subsurface, resulting in a long-term, reliable, and independent supply of renewable and sustainable energy. The completely closed-loop system provides a highly scalable and predictable source of heat and power without exploration risk. Behind Arabian Drilling's company's $700 million IPO, Arabian Drilling Company, a Saudi Arabian oilfield services company partially owned by Schlumberger, took only hours to garner enough investor orders to fully cover an initial public offering that could raise as much as 2.67 billion reals, $710 million USD. Books are covered across the price range, according to a message sent to investors and seen by Bloomberg News. Arabian Drilling set the range at 90 rials to 100 rials per share, valuing the company at as much as 8.9 billion rials, according to a statement this past week. Shell awards TechnipFMC contract for Jackdaw project. TechnipFMC has been awarded a significant engineering, procurement, construction, and installation contract by Shell for the Jackdaw development, located in the UK North Sea. The contract covers pipeline for 30-kilometer tieback from the new Jackdaw platform to Shell's Shearwater platform, as well as an associated riser, spool pieces, subsea structures, and umbilicals. Maersk Viking awarded more work offshore Malaysia. Maersk Drilling has secured a contract extension with Sarawak Shell and Sabah Shell for the 7th-generation drillship Maersk Viking. SSB and SSPC, which is Shell Sarawak and Shell Sabah, have executed the remaining 3 one-well options of the current drillship contract and awarded an additional 8-well contract to Maersk Drilling. A 5-well work scope will be novated to PTTEP for drilling and plugging and abandonment activities at the Keka field offshore Sabah, with a total estimated duration of 116 days and expected commencement of the first well in November 2022, in direct continuation of the drillship's previous work scope. Now it's time for oil prices. As of closing on Friday, September the 30th, WTI was at $79.67. Brent was at $85.29. Natural gas was at $6.76 per 1 million BTU. As for our rig counts, international was up 27 rigs to 860 from July's count, so that would be August, up 27 rigs. That's an 83-unit increase from 1 year ago. There should be another international update later on this week. And for North America last week, U.S. is up 1 rig to 765, and Canada was down 2 rigs to 213. This week's rundown is sponsored by Alliance One Oilfield. Alliance One Oilfield is a leading oilfield supply, service, and support company based in Houston, Texas. They provide a variety of products and services to meet the needs of clients worldwide. You can find them at all1oilfield.com. That is ALL1OILFIELD.com. Just a reminder, all this information and more can be found at www.riglinks.com, where our goal is simply to connect people. And that's it for this week's rundown. If you're interested in sponsoring the show, then drop us an email at info@riglinks.com. Have a great week, everyone.
This has been the Weekly Rundown hosted by Greg Williams and published by riglinks.com. If you're interested in becoming a partner or sponsoring the show, then drop us an email at info@riglinks.com. That is info@riglinx.com.